Commissioners meeting. I'd like to call this evening's meeting to order and ask that you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
This time I'd ask for any additions to this evening's agenda.
Done here.
We'll need to read, approve, post as necessary the minutes of our July 16th, 2024 regular meeting.
Moved.
Second. Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence this evening. I didn't see anything included in our packet.
No.
Citizen communication. Citizens viewing this evening's meeting can communicate directly with the board using the chat feature that will be monitored throughout this evening's meeting. Committee reports this evening. I see EMS District 2 report. Chief.
Yeah, just to report to the board that the next meeting is August 12th at 1 p.m. at the county building. So the chiefs will be in attendance there. We've also been working with consultants and exploring different avenues with consultants to how to move forward.
I'm okay to do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, and I'll make sure you have this one.
thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you. Moving on to the consent agenda this evening.
Quick question.
Might
Did
we
we
say more?
receive 174 mutual aid responses from the city of Vancouver?
We did.
174.
Is that July 4th?
That's like 5 a day.
Well, that would include.
Largely July 4th.
Yeah, so that's units, not calls.
Units.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we just heard we were like
That's a huge,
twice as busy as Vancouver on 4th of July.
that's a huge number. I was just curious. Okay, thank you. Well, move for approval.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Chief's report this evening, if you want to walk through those two items.
So for personal action report, we have Chris Bottomley and Brandon Frank with 11 years of service. Then we have our recruit academy hired last year that just completed probation. They all completed successfully. So that's Jacob Schaff, Caleb Dunn, Adam Postguy, Lucy Mackman, Corey Barano, and Alex.
Congratulations to all. Thank you.
So for the facilities report tonight, phase 1 at Station 61 is complete. So the administrative side of the building is complete. The crews have been moved over onto that side. And we'll be living in that side so that we don't disrupt operations from that facility. There have been some issues with the heat and AC diffusers that were placed in the wrong spot and adjacent to the thermostat. So they're working on making those adjustments. The logistics space on the back of the building is filling up and it's been a good utilization of storage space for us. There's been some issues with the landscaping with dead plants and other things that Chief Newberry is working on. We had an issue with the reception window. I contacted the lead architect at McKinsey directly, and we got some of those costs recovered to make that adjustment in the building. And then card keys are working throughout the building.
Is that the same card as for here?
Yeah, all the buildings. So phase 2 is what we usually call the duty side. So the duty side, utilities are being roughed in. The roof's been completed on the whole entire building. So if you drive by, you'll see that new roof on there. The crews had some suggestions for modifications to the day room, and we went ahead and made those modifications. So there may be small change orders with that. And then we're currently within budget, but we still do get change orders. So we're tracking that. As we track it, we assign responsibility to each of those change orders, and I'll be meeting with Jeff Humphreys from McKinsey again to go over some of those responsibilities. The Station 6-3 storage building, Chief Newberry is still working with the general contractor to address a trip hazard that we feel is pertinent outside the front of the building. So they're working on that to see how they can make modifications to that to make it safer. And then we're still waiting the final occupancy permit on the Station 6-3 building.
So when you talk to the architect, the engineer should have realized that the diffusers are situated directly above the thermostats. And I have a hard time not asking them to pay for that.
We'll have that discussion. There was also a couple other things with the mechanic part of the building, so that company is different than McKinsey, where they spec some of the AC ductwork wrong, and they are absorbing those costs as well. So we'll work on the same thing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? I didn't see any old or new business listed this evening.
Actually, I'm sorry, that didn't get added, but there is one pay application that's in your packet for new business. It's number 8.
All right.
Then you need the net change by change orders for 365, 334.49.
Correct. Yep. And so that's the normal pay process.
I'll make a motion to pay Mackenzie the amount of 365, 334.49.
Sorry, Commissioner.
No.
It's actually 385,
Oh,
115,
That's the change.
Okay,
55.
whatever number you just said, with 385,
385,115 and 55.
that's what I meant,
Thank you.
yes. Oh, I see it. 385, 115, 55.
Second.
Moved, seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Executive session. The board will be having an executive session this evening. That'll be in accordance with RCW 42.30.110, parentheses G. That'll be to evaluate the qualifications of an applicant for public employment or to review the performance of a public employee. That session will last for a half an hour. We'll reconvene at 6:35. Board met in executive session and took no action.
Mr. Chair, I move that we pursue negotiate a new employment agreement with the fire chief to provide the fire chief with written notice of non-renewal of our current employment agreement. I get a second, I'll explain.
Second.
I just want to make sure that I explain, this is, the intent is to negotiate a new agreement. There's no read anything into it.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, I move that we authorize the fire chief to pursue negotiating new employment agreements with non-represented staff and direct the fire chief to provide notices of non-renewal of their current employment agreements to all non-represented contract employees.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye. And again, same disclaimer that this is just to explore renewing this contract.
Thank you. Roundtable, good to the order.
Just real quickly, I spent several days out at the fair and spent some time, a little bit of time at the fire station each day. I was out there, saw them interacting memory makers. What a great program. The kids were so excited. The guys did a great job. It's not an easy one. That was 3 days, I think, this year too. It was a lot of kids. And just the folks that were at the station interacting with the public, giving out badges, showing kids. I mean, folks were doing a great job, and I think that's one of the reasons why we have a reputation of being a fine fire department, and we'll find out later how that goes. So just appreciation of folks out there.
Great to see.
Just to add on to that, Stephen Carter is the one that's now in charge of the Memory Makers program for Local 452. So he's been organizing all that. And then there's a ton of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to even get us prepared for the fair. So Andre, Brad, Chief Newberry, Dennis Schaefer, Chief Russell, I'm probably missing some people, but there's just a lot of work to even get that station up and running and going, and they put in a ton of hours. Everybody did a great
And
job.
it's busy.
And then we had no problem staffing it, so our staff stepped up and volunteers are. Remember.
Yeah, it was great. Great to see. I did have.
One more, good of the order, sorry.
Yeah.
We got notice that on October 3rd will be the Region 8 Board of Commissioners dinner. So more details to follow for location and time, but somewhere in Lewis County on October 3rd.
Lewis County.
I did have one upcoming scheduled date. Looking at our September 3rd meeting, I've got a conflict with that. Are you guys around for either the 4th or the 5th?
Fourth, then, okay. I can do the 5th.
It's Thursday, September 5th.
We're talking September. Okay. We know that you're not here next.
Yeah.
And September. That's the week after Labor Day, isn't it?
first week, it's
Okay.
right after Labor Day, stuff like that.
Whatever works for you and Rocky, I can make either one.
With that, I'd like to make a motion that we move our September third meeting to the fifth.
Second.
Thursday, the fifth.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, gentlemen.
Just to notify the board, I'm out of town those days for a joint operations meeting.
Okay.
For the state, but on the staff.
Thank you, appreciate you willingness to move that. Good. With that, any other roundtable go to the order?
That's her.
All right, we'll need to authorize payment of current bills, pre-authorization transmittal, authorize monthly commissioner compensation.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all those in favor?
Aye.